Okay, good afternoon, everybody. We are on live. Now, this afternoon, we are looking at the Microsoft Word application. We are going into the second session of this training. And we started the first session where we were looking at the the introduction session of the training. So the introduction, we discussed what is the Microsoft Word application. We looked at what is a document. We discussed what a page is, and then what are the sections of the Microsoft Word application. Okay. Then we took the training further to look at the work environment of the Microsoft Word application. And there we were able to know what a ribbon is, what do we mean by tabs, what do we mean by group of command buttons, and then of course, what is the command button itself. Then we took the training further where we considered what is the quick access toolbar, how does it look like, the position you can find it, and then the application search and the document's name session. And then of course we're able to do some examples of tags in the Microsoft Word environment. So I encourage you to look out for the video file, for the Microsoft Word for the session 1. Then of course you can now be able to follow in the session 2. So we did quite a number of things, copy, paste, and other things. Okay, so as a way of joining what we did to what we have today, we are going to just do some little recap. So we have some commands called copy, cut, and then paste. And then we also have what we call paste special. So to copy a text is to duplicate the text. You highlight or you select the text, you go to where you want to paste it, you paste. That means you duplicated the text. To cut is to move it from where it is to another location. Maybe another page, maybe another document entirely. So to cut and paste is to take it from its location to another location. Like I said, maybe in another document or another page. Then, so that is copy and then cut and paste. Copy and paste, cut and paste. The shortcut for copy is Control C. The shortcut for cut is Control plus X. And the shortcut for paste is Control V. Control plus V. So what it means is that if you select and you use Control C, you can use Control V to paste it. Okay? So That's that. Then paste special is where a text has a formatting, and a situation whereby a text has a formatting and you're trying to copy that format. So, and then what do we mean by formatting? We're talking about anything you apply to a text that changes the attribute of that text. Like, for instance, bold, italics, underline, or even text color is a format. The font type, changing the font is a format. Also, changing the size is also a format. So, Format Painter is a way of copying a format. Okay, so instead of, let's say I want to have all that I have here, I want to have it on all these texts. So instead of repeating this on this text, instead of selecting bold, italics, underline, change the font, and then change the size, I can just simply click on this anywhere within this and then go to the Format Painter. So Format Painter is beside the copy and paste. So this particular button is the Format Painter. The shortcut key for copying a format is Alternate plus Control plus C. And the shortcut key for pasting it is Alternate plus Control plus V. So once I drag it on this, it applies the format. And you can remove format by just coming to this place and you select Clear Formatting. Okay, just at this particular session, you can clear formatting. Okay. So now, so that's so no, this is, so let me not use paste special. This is another thing entirely. So we say Format Painting. The shortcut key is Alt plus Control plus C. That is to copy format. Okay, to copy format. And then to paste format, you have the Alt plus Control plus V. That's the shortcut key. That's the shortcut key. Okay. So you copy, you can cut, you can paste. So we say copy is to duplicate, cut is to move a text. Paste is to paste whatever you copy or you cut. And then of course, the copy format, you use the Format Painter. To paste a format, you use the Format Painter Format Painter paste. Okay. So now we are going to continue. Now we are going to continue with the next group of commands. I'm just going to rush through those group of commands just to be able to give us understanding of what they do. But before we go there, let's look at this paste. The paste has a lot of tools. The paste has a lot of tools added to our task. So we have paste special. We have paste by keeping the source, merge formatting, paste picture. That means whatever you copy, you paste it as a picture. And then you have keep text only. So this, if it copies, it doesn't take any format along with it. it only keeps the text. Okay, so that is the set of paste options that you have. So paste comes with various options. So when you are pasting, you think of the options that you want to use. Then we have what we call paste special. So paste special extends your pasting. You can paste as Microsoft Word object. You can paste as rich text format. That is RTF. That's a rich text. Unformatted text. Picture enhanced. So if you are pasting a picture, you can say, okay, let it be pasted as an enhanced meta file. You can paste HTML format or unformatted Unicode text. You can also, depending on what you are copying, you can paste link. But in this situation, let's see. So we copy this. We go to paste special. So you can choose where you want to paste and go to paste special and say paste as rich text format, and you click OK. So this is a rich text format. So it's almost the same thing with what you have. Okay. So if you are copying a picture from somewhere, you can, or an image, you can say it should be pasted as a picture file. Okay. That is the paste special. Okay. And then you can use default setting to do your pasting. Then coming to the font section, you can bold a text. You can apply bold to text. You can apply italics, underline. So all these are formatting tools. You can change your text type to what kind of text you want. But of course, if you are dealing with normal printing, you don't want to begin to change text to artistic text. So except you are doing things like letterhead or graphic in MS Word and other things, you may not want to change your text formatting. Okay? Then we have other line underline formatting here. Then you can color your text. You can select your text and change the color. You can change the color. That is green. You can change to whatever color that applies. But black is the normal font, font color for typing. Okay? So good. You can use the strike through to strike through text, like you are trying to cancel a text. So let's say you are editing a text and somebody gave you a document to edit, and you are trying to strike off some certain part of the text, and you are trying to replace it with another text. So you can use the strike through to strike off the area of the text that you want to cancel when you are editing or for whatever reason you are using it for. Okay? You can change the text case from lowercase to uppercase. Okay? You can change your text case using this format. That's uppercase, lowercase. This is lowercase. It has changed all the text to lower. And so that is under the font group. And if I select sentence case, this is what I get. The first character will be capitalized. And if I say capitalize each word, then each of the key words in the sentence will be capitalized. And if you are following normal English principle, conjunctions are not usually in caps. Okay. So you can increase font. You can use this to increase your font size. You can see that I've increased my font size. I can decrease it using the second value. I can decrease it using my second value. So you have the increase, you have the decrease. The increase font size shortcut key is Control plus Shift and the greater than sign. The greater than sign. That's the greater than sign. While the decrease is Control plus Shift and the less than sign. The less than sign. So if you're trying to do a keyboard shortcut for increasing a font size, so you can just simply hold the Control and the Shift key on your keyboard and then use the greater than sign, which is also the full stop sign, where you have the full stop and the greater than sign on your keyboard. So to increase font, that's the shortcut key is Control Shift plus this sign, greater than sign. Decrease font size. So we are talking about font size. That is Control plus Shift plus. Plus means combining. You are combining the key. Okay. So that is that about this session. Okay. The other things that we can see there is the font, changing your font. So you have different fonts. But make sure that if you are typing a document like letter, memo, maintain clear fonts. Maintain clear fonts. Don't use fonts that are graphical in nature for your letter. Okay, maintain a clear font. All right. So you can see there are different types of fonts there. But maintain a clear font when you are doing normal document typing or printing. All right, so we also have that symbol there that can raise to power or can give you base value. So I want to do 100 raised to power 2 and 100 base 2. So what you do is you type 1002. You select the 2 and then you come to this section on the font group. That's the font group. On the font group, you take this section, this superscript option, and it will superscript the 2 you selected. And if you want to subscript, you select the 2, you come to this section, and below the font name, you see subscript, you select, and that brings the value below. So anything like H2O, you use the subscript for the 2. Okay. So that is for that font section. For the font section. Okay, so we are taking our work further. And so we have seen the fonts, we have seen the copy and so on, copy, paste, paste special, increasing font and so on. Now, let's say you have a sentence or let's say you want to create a list first. A list of fruits. You can type the fruits or you can select the list option. So we have 2 types. we have two types of lists. We have the ordered list, that's basically two types, and we have the unordered list. Okay, the ordered list, the unordered list. The unordered list is bullets. When you use things like this, it's unordered. It means that it's not in a particular order. Okay? Your values or your text are not in any specific or particular order. Okay? So, if you are dealing with a list, mostly what you want to find out is why do you want, what is the thing that determines whether a text will be ordered or a text will be unordered. So let's just quickly learn something from there. Any list that has items that follows a particular order, like for instance, number 1, I will do this. Number 2, I will do the next thing. Number 3, I will take the next step. Number 4, I'll take the next step. Number 5, I'll take that step. That is an ordered list. For that kind of list, you use the 1, 2, 3, or A, B, C, or Roman figure 1. So because your listing are in particular order of importance or hierarchy or relationship or levels. Okay? But in a list where your list has no particular order, your list has no particular order, all you are just trying to do is just create a list. You use the bullet form to make your listing. Okay? To make your listing. All right. So now, so let's say I want to get list of products, fruits. So I have banana, orange, apple, mango. Okay. So, and I want to create list for this. So I'll select and then I'll click this. Or depends on what you want. So you have none. So if you come and drop the arrow beside the bullet, you'll see the various types of bullet options that you can use. Okay? You see the various types of bullet options that you can use. So, good. So if we want to make this numbering, let's put it none, and then we go to this numbering. So it depends on the numbering type. And that also is also determined by your project. So if you are doing a project and you have a list, sub-list, and another sub from the sub-list, then that is where these things come in order, where you start with numbering, and then you use ABC, and in each ABC, they are divided into Roman figures. So you can use that. And then you have level. you can customize level. So you can see the default list level. The default list level, that is if you choose the automatic listing, the default list level is that it starts from 1. And then if you are going to create another list under that number 1, then you are going to have A, B, C. And if you are going to have any list under the A, then it's going to be Roman. That's level 3. Level 4, if you're going to have some set of items under the Roman figure, then you go back to that numbering. And then level 5 will be A, B, C, Romans. And that's how you keep going from that circle until you complete your numbering process. So this is applicable to big projects. And you can see all these are here. So current list option, you can change your list library, and you can choose sections, heading. You can choose this format, article 1, heading, section 101. You can use it for your project. So look at this, the top heading, then the sub, and then the sub, and so on. So all these are formatting that you can choose for your project, especially when you are doing an extensive document task. Okay. So that's for bullet and numbering. And then, of course, the list formatting. So now let's look at some of the things that are applicable under paragraph. So I'm going to get a text. So I want to get a text that I will use for the exercise. So I want to get a paragraph from online, from one of my websites. So now this particular text is a paragraph. So we have different in word processing. In those days, word processing they used to talk about hanging paragraph, something like this, and then whatever it is they do. But creating document these days is better for you to justify your text. Okay? Justify. So that is this. Justify. So it will take the both edge. And so even if you are starting a new paragraph, you see that once you apply that formatting, everything will be justified. You see that? Let's say this is paragraph 1. But sometimes, for whatever reason, we have left align, where each of the end will be hanging. Right align, the right side will be well aligned, but the left side will be hanging. Okay? And we have center. So which means your text will be centered. Okay? The text will be centered. Wow. We are marching on. So I will take it back to justify. Then at the top here, just immediately after the bullet and blah blah blah, you have the decrease indent and increase indent. So moving your text from left to right, you are indenting. So if you do like this, you are decreasing the indent. That is, if you click decrease. So you can indent your text to the right side. Especially when you are dealing with things like quotation and whatever it is, or you want to put a graphic on this side and you want the text to be indented to this side. Okay? But if you are putting a graphic here, there are rules. Because even if you drop an image, let's say I'm trying to get an image. Just trying to get an image. Mm, okay, just some random images. So I want to position them. So can you see what has happened? The image, went on to split the text apart. So the way you can position image on that corner there is to reduce the image first, then click this layout option that is beside the image and choose in front of text. So you can put the image where you want it. That can be applied to these two. Reduce the size, select the layout in front of text. So you can put the image where you want. And then this also, reduce the size of the image, then choose this, put in front of text. So as it is, you can see that the image can stay at that corner. So I can create a document that has text on one side and images on the left side. Text on the left side and images on the right side. Okay? So let's say I want to print, let's say this image relates to this text. And this one too has something to say about this text. So some people think that Microsoft Word is just a place where you just be typing without being able to. It allows graphics. Okay? You can do graphical things. That's what I'm saying. You can mix graphics with text. You can organize. You can make it look the way you want. As it is, I can still insert shape and then put a line. Put a line across in the form of a divider. I can copy the line and apply to other places. Apply to other places. So as it is, it's Microsoft Word. It's still Microsoft Word, but I'm now using formatting. Okay, we're good. Yeah. So that's that about indent and all those stuff, and then of course the justification. You can fill a text in Microsoft Word. You can fill it. You can use the fill option. So let's say you are trying to fill up a text with some background color. You want the text to have background. Why not? You can give the text background and give the text a background. Okay? You can even give the text borderline like this. You can give it all border. Then the border will surround the text. You can give it all border. Okay. So you can see that the text now has border, and you have different kind. You can say right, you can say left, you can say top. Depends on the kind of selection you made. Okay. And you can have all border. So it depends on the selection you made. So you can see that this part of this document is looking as if I'm designing a, what do you call it now? As if I'm designing a magazine or stuff. A magazine kind of a thing. So, and it's still coming from your Microsoft Word application. Okay, and you can do sorting in Microsoft Word, but some of these things will not do them at this beginner's level. So this is style. You can apply style to your text, especially when you are dealing with header and all those stuff. You can apply style. This, you can come here and say this is the style you want to use. Title, no spacing, heading 2, book title, intense quote. So when I selected intense quote, you can see that it applied a style to it. So you can use styling in your Microsoft Word document or text. You can apply style to them. Then, so some of these things, so these two will be in the advanced, we'll be looking at them, the sorting, and then of course the show or hide mark. There's an extensive use for this show or hide, and of course we'll explain it in advanced level. Then we have the editing, where we can find a word. Say we want to find fruit. Find the word. So you see the dialog box, the text box on the left side. Find the word fruits. So it finds it. And if we want to do further search, we can do the drop arrow, but can only find an occurrence of the word fruit on the navigation on that left side. You can also do find and replace, where you say find the word fruit and maybe replace with products. And you select replace. So it looks for wherever fruit is. Even if it is 10 times, even if the word fruit can be found in 10 places, it will find all of them and replace them. Okay. So once you are done, you just select yes, and the find and replace is complete. So replace all means you have found the occurrence of fruits and replace with product, and everywhere you find the word fruit, replace all of them with products. That's what replace all means. Find next means you are cycling through the selections, you're finding through all your options. Okay. Now, the editing has select, where you can choose to select objects. So if you have objects like picture, images, and you want to select it specially, or maybe to group them So you can use some of these things. And then we also have um, select all with text, similar formatting. So that's with no data. Okay, so that's about the editing, the styles, and then the formatting, the text alignment, the fonts, the formatting of fonts, coloring, and then the copy. So we've seen quite a number of tags this afternoon. Seen quite a number of tags this afternoon. Okay. So we're going to come back in another section where we are going to extend to other stuff. But we'll still round up this session by looking at some of this minor stuff here. And then we'll still look at this. So to put a cover page on your text means that if you have a document, a report, a project or whatever, and you want to add, so that is from the insert tab. So I have moved from here because most of these things you are seeing here are special additional installation that I have in my Microsoft Word document. All this editor, Automate, Gentext, AI Assistant, Open Grammarly, Document Cloud. They are all additional installations. So we are not, this one is also an additional installation. Create WPS is the installation of WPS application into my Microsoft Word environment. Okay, so so I will just leave all those ones and go to what is common. The cover page, you'll find it on the Insert tab. So the tab after the Home tab is the Insert tab. The Insert tab. The Insert tab. And well, the Insert tab starts with Pages Group on the left side. So don't forget when we started, we mentioned tabs. And we mentioned the ribbon and the tabs. So we just looked at some elements on the Home tab. Now we are going to the Insert tab. That's where we are going to. We are going to the Insert tab. And we're going to look at some of the basic elements there too for beginners. So insert, we said we can insert a cover page for your project, for your report. So let's say we are doing a report and we want it to have a cover page. So all you just need to do is just go to the insert. The first group on the left is Pages Group. You see cover page, drop it and select the cover page you want to choose. So you will see that a cover page has been attached to this document. So I can now begin to give the cover page a title. Okay. Now, if I want to insert a blank page after this, I'll go to blank page. That means after the cover page, I also want to have something, a page for another information before the original page. So this is applicable to a situation whereby you have created a project and you have not given the project a cover page. So you can just go there and use the insert to insert a cover page. Or you want to create something at the first level of the page and you've not added a blank page. So you can go to the top and add a blank page. Then you can do what is called page break. Page break is a situation whereby you are typing a text in a document and you want that text to end at a particular place. where it breaks. So that means the page should terminate. So let's say I have this new page, then I want to copy this paragraph. I want to copy this paragraph and I want to paste the paragraph here. Okay, so don't mind the formatting. I'm just going to clear the formatting. So the paragraph does not have any formatting. So, and I want to stop this page here. That means I don't want to type any other thing below. I can simply go to insert and choose a page break. So it breaks out of the page and jumps to the next page. That's what has happened. And in the process, it has added a new page for me. So with the page break, I'm not permitted to do anything below. Okay, except I use the enter key to open it up. But what Microsoft Word has simply done is to break out of that page and open a new page. So that is the page break. Then you can easily insert a table into Microsoft Word. You can insert a table for tabulation. Okay. You can insert a table for tabulations. And you can have insert a table where you specify the number of columns and the rows and the attribute of the table. But this one simply means you drag and form your table yourself. You select, maybe you want 4 columns and 6 rows. You do the selection yourself. This one means you specify with numbers. And this one means you draw the table. That you can draw a table with your pen and draw the lines and specify what kind of line you want the table to have. So this is very useful where you are trying to create a table that doesn't have a specific format or appearance. So you can use the pen to determine how you want your table to appear. Okay? How you want your table to appear. So you can also insert quick tables like calendars or tabular lists for whatever thing you want to do. So you can this is just like a template also. You can change the text and adopt it. Possibly just because of the design and everything. So you can use it as a quick table. That is also coming from the insert, quick table, calendar, and so it depends on your task. So you can insert a table like this, change the text, or maybe whatever it is that you want to do, just for formatting sake and having some very good appearance for your text. So it says this source is fictitious data for illustration purpose only. So it means you can just change it and adopt it for yourself. Okay? And then you can insert Excel spreadsheet. You can insert a spreadsheet into your Microsoft Word and do everything you do in Excel here. You do it here. Yes, everything. Formula, calculation. So if you're an Excel person and you are trying to have a text with some Excel feature right inside the Microsoft Word environment, yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Serial number, product, amount. Okay, let's say unit price, the quantity, the total or amount. So I draw my border line. I format my table. I put the serial numbers there. I put my product name. So I have my unit price. I have my unit price. And then I want to calculate the quantity. I have the quantity, sorry. So I have the quantity. Okay. And I want to calculate the total equals to unit price multiply. And I'm doing this right from my Microsoft Word environment. Copy my formula down right from my Microsoft Word environment. I apply my formatting. I formatted my table, make it bold, put a color, and then put a border line. Then, when I'm done, all I just need to do is to move out of the Excel sheet. Just simply clicking out of it. And my table is there. So I can print this along with my Microsoft Word documents. But this is done in Excel. And if I want to return to the Excel, I will just simply double click. I'll double click. And by double clicking, I can get access to the back to the Excel and then maybe take my. So like I said, any tax that you will do in Excel, you will do here. Whatever it is. Because it's full Excel. It's fully Excel. So when you are done, you just come out of it and you have your table. So I intentionally applied borderline so that the table will come with lines for printing sake. Because if I'm printing in Microsoft Word, the lines may not show if I didn't apply the line from the Excel environment. Okay, so as you can see, I have same place, in this same place. You can do everything in the same place. Can do everything in the same place, both the Word and the Word aspect and the Excel aspects. You can do everything in the same place. All right, so this is where we are going to stop on the session 2 of the Microsoft Word training. So when we come back again, we are going to be looking at the third session where we will now extend to some other things. There are some other things that we're supposed to have done today, but because I noticed that I have skipped some basic things, so I've not done them today. But when we come back, we'll be looking at things like comments, things like header and footer, page numbering, text box, applying text box, and then we'll now take it to other areas. So at the end of the training, you will be able to use Microsoft Word. I guarantee you. For me, I'm a Microsoft certified expert, so I can handle almost all, if not all, Microsoft applications very well, very well. So I can teach it. I use them habitually. I use them for my tasks. I use them. Outlook, SharePoint, OneNote, Publisher. I use Publisher a lot for a lot of tasks. So our learning journey is extensive. So we are going far. So it's a long journey. All right. So that's where we are going to stop. So thank you for attending. See you in the next session. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share this video with others. I want to encourage you to, because doing this type of tasks requires a lot of encouragement. Okay, and the way you encourage the trainer is by sharing with other people. Encouraging them to subscribing yourself, and then encouraging the people to also subscribe. Because at the end of the day, they are learning. As they learn, they also help the channel to grow. So, imagine you see an opportunity where you can learn and expand your skill, but there's no encouragement for that person. Then it gets to a point that one is not really motivated. So, motivate us, subscribe, like the video, share them, click the notification bell so that you can receive videos as they are dropped. Okay, see you.